What kind of driver climbs into a machine so powerful it can explode in under 6 seconds? Who were the 1960s drag racers, so feared that opponents believed the race was already lost before the green light even dropped? And how did these men turn raw horsepower into legends still talked about today? Today, we're counting down the 10 most feared drag racers of the 1960s, the men who turned American drag strips into battlefields and shaped the golden era of classic American cars and vintage muscle cars. The rules of fear on 1960s drag strips. By the mid-1960s, drag racing had become a horsepower war fueled by Ford, Chrysler, and pure ego. Cars were hitting over 200 miles per hour in just a few seconds, often with barely any safety protection. Engines exploded regularly. Traction was unpredictable, and drivers relied on instinct more than anything else. In this era, intimidation mattered just as much as speed, sometimes more. If a rival looked sharper at the line, the psychological battle had already started before the race even began. 10. Hayden Proffitt. Hayden Proffitt made his name during the early Superstock wars, when factory-backed teams were turning classic American cars into straight-line weapons. Driving Chrysler's lightweight 426 Hemi machines, he became a key figure in Mopar's rise against Ford's factory efforts. His launches were sharp, aggressive, and mechanically brutal, often shocking competitors who underestimated early Hemi power. In match races, Proffitt's consistency made him a nightmare for evenly matched drivers. One mistake from the opponent usually meant instant loss. He wasn't the loudest name on the strip, but in the mid-1960s factory battles, he was one of the hardest to beat. 9. Gas Ronda. Gas Ronda was Ford's weapon during the brutal factory wars of the 1960s, driving lightweight Galaxies and later altered wheelbase machines that looked more like science experiments than race cars. His reputation came from violent, sky-high launches that could shake competitors before they even left the line. Backed by Ford's performance division, Ronda regularly faced Mopar giants in high-stakes match races where one mistake meant instant embarrassment. Fans loved the spectacle, but opponents feared the unpredictability. His cars didn't just accelerate. They lunged forward like they were trying to escape control entirely. 8. Ronnie Sox. Ronnie Sox wasn't the loudest on the strip, but he might have been the most precise. Driving for Sox and Martin, he dominated superstock racing in the mid to late 1960s with Plymouth and Dodge machines powered by the 426 Hemi. His reputation came from near-perfect gear changes, so clean and fast that rivals often lost races in the first few seconds. In a time when classic American cars were becoming factory weapons, Sox turned shifting into an art form. Opponents feared him not for chaos, but for control, because once he launched clean, there was almost no catching him. 7. Dino Don Nicholson. Dino Don Nicholson was Ford's cold-blooded answer to Mopar dominance in the 1960s. Behind the wheel of Mercury Comets and later Pro Stock machines, he built a reputation for absolute consistency under pressure. While others relied on chaos and raw aggression, Nicholson won with precision tuning and flawless reaction times. His nickname, Dino Don, came from his obsession with testing and refining every ounce of power before a run. Rivals feared him because there were no surprises, just clean, relentless execution. When Nicholson staged at the line, opponents knew mistakes wouldn't matter because he rarely made any. 6. TV Tommy Ivo. TV Tommy Ivo brought pure spectacle to 1960s drag racing, but behind the showmanship was serious danger. Driving one of the most famous multi-engine dragsters of the era, he experimented with setups that pushed past 2,000 horsepower when most cars struggled to stay stable at half that. His 4-engine machine wasn't just fast, it was unpredictable, often shaking violently at full throttle. Crowds packed the stands just to hear it fire up, knowing something could go wrong at any moment. Rivals respected the innovation, but feared the instability, because racing Evo meant facing a machine that barely respected physics itself. 5. Dick Landy. Dick Landy was one of Dodge's most trusted heavy hitters during the peak of the 1960s muscle car wars. Behind the wheel of brutal Hemi-powered Dodge Darts and Chargers, he became a symbol of Mopar's factory dominance. His reputation wasn't built on chaos. It was built on power delivery and control at the edge of traction. Rivals respected him because his cars didn't just launch hard. They stayed consistent under pressure. In match races, that reliability was terrifying. When Landy staged at the line, competitors knew they weren't just racing a driver. They were racing a factory-engineered weapon designed to win. 4. Don "Snake" Prudhomme. Don "Snake" Prudhomme earned his reputation in the late 1960s as one of the most psychologically intimidating drivers on the strip. Behind the wheel of top-fuel dragsters like the Winswinder, he combined raw speed with ice-cold focus that unsettled opponents before the run even began. His reaction times were razor-sharp, and his consistency made him a nightmare in match races where pressure decided everything. What truly made Prudhomme feared wasn't just the horsepower, it was his calm. While other drivers fought chaos, he looked untouchable, like he had already accepted the outcome before the lights even dropped. 3. Ohio George Montgomery. Ohio George Montgomery was the definition of a grassroots drag racing threat in the 1960s, building and racing supercharged Willis and early Mustang gassers that embarrassed heavily funded factory teams. What made him feared wasn't just speed, it was unpredictability. His cars were aggressively tuned, often pushing the limits of traction and engine stability in ways most drivers wouldn't dare attempt. Rivals respected his ability to extract insane performance from relatively modest setups, turning underdog machinery into race-winning weapons. When Montgomery showed up, factory-backed teams didn't assume an easy win. They prepared for a fight they couldn't control. 2. Don Garlits. Don Garlits, Big Daddy, was already a defining force in drag racing by the 1960s, pushing top fuel performance into a new era of danger and innovation. Driving his swamp rat dragsters, he was one of the first to consistently break the 200 miles per hour barrier in the quarter mile, a number that redefined what was even possible. His cars ran on nitromethane-fueled power that regularly exceeded 2,000 horsepower, producing explosive, violent runs that demanded total control. Competitors feared him because he wasn't just fast. He was advancing the entire sport while everyone else was still trying to catch up. 1. Chris the Golden Greek Karamesines. Chris the Golden Greek Karamesines was one of the most relentless independent top fuel racers of the 1960s, feared not just for speed, but for sheer persistence. Piloting his Bounty Hunter dragster, he ran nitro-burning machines that regularly pushed over 200 miles per hour at a time when few drivers dared to consistently chase those numbers. Unlike factory-backed teams, Karamesines survived on determination, match race hustle, and an almost reckless willingness to keep going run after run. Rivals respected him because he never backed down. Every pass felt like a gamble against mechanical failure, physics, and pure endurance combined. These 1960s drag racers weren't just chasing speed. They were rewriting what fear and horsepower meant on American soil. From factory-backed giants to independent warriors, every one of them pushed classic American cars and early vintage muscle cars beyond what anyone thought was possible. The result was an era built on explosions, rivalries, and raw courage at over 200 miles per hour. Even today, their stories still echo through drag strips and garages across the country. If you want more legendary machines and forgotten icons, make sure you subscribe.